How you guys doing? This is Dave with MasterHold'emPoker.com, coming back to you again here on YouTube to show you another lesson about playing poker online and how to turn your game from a losing game into profitable poker. Today we're going to be talking about PokerStars.com and some of their software and kind of how that works. We're going to get into a what they call a cash game. In this case, it's going to be again, a play money game, just to kind of show you how the software works and to get you an idea for what you should be doing when you're sitting down at the table and playing. Keep in mind, today's episode is brought to you by NewAgePoker.com. You can find a link to their site on our MySpace page at myspace.com/MasterHold'emPoker, or visit MasterHold'emPoker.com to get more information about us and about those great guys over at New Age Poker. We're just going to look through the list here and find a table that doesn't have too many crazy people. Take a look here. This is a 3-person table. This is probably a good place to start. Okay, we're going to come in here with the table maximum, which is 400. I'm going to rearrange this so that we're sitting down here at the bottom. And what you'll find at PokerStars is they try to be fair about who gets the button and all that fun stuff. And they'll always reset the game, like if the game goes dead and then some new people sit down, they'll set it up so that you get a 15-second wait period to kind of reset everything. The thing I like about PokerStars, it's real easy to see what's going on at the table. You get nice big buttons, and it's just a real easy software to use. Now this particular table is a 1-2 table. If you're playing for real money, 1-2 and 2-4 is usually not the best game to get into because of the rake, or what is called the house commission. Usually that can just totally destroy the amount of money that you're earning at the table. So normally if you're going to sit down at a game like this, especially a cash game, you want to be sure that you're getting into something a little more worthwhile. The biggest trick here when you have the same amount of money as your opponent is to try to play careful poker, cautious poker. Don't put too many chips in there unless you have a decent hand or a hand you're willing to gamble on. You really don't want to be putting a lot of risk on yourself. The biggest point in playing online poker is to minimize your risk and maximize your profit, and that's exactly what we're going to try to do here. Put $6 in, and it shouldn't be too much to try and make a decision there. And you see we hit the jacks. There's a chance for a straight if somebody has ace-king. We have one of the kings, so that's going to limit the chance that they have that. I think we're in a good spot here, so I'm going to bet. There's 18 in the pot. I'm going to put 10 out there, and we'll see what happens. We're on the button too, so being in position definitely helps. Alright, got 2 quick calls. We could be up against a queen, maybe even that ace-king that we talked about. I would expect if somebody had the ace-king, they might be a little more tempted to raise or put more money in. There's a 48 in the pot right now, and they're checking it to us. I'm going to put a big bet out here and see what happens. We got 35 into the pot. 2 quick folds, and we picked it up. You can see some of the people at the table have woken up now. Now we've got 4 guys to our left who are actually deciding to get involved here. I'm going to raise it up with the king 10. Again, 3 times the blinds to see what happens. It's Jack, Jack 5. Not necessarily a great flop for us. Again, our risk is small. We came in for 400. We're at 423 right now, so we're not really risking a whole lot of money. I'm not too interested in this hand because I need to hit a king or a 10. That gave me a total of 6 outs, basically a 12% chance, and I really don't want to go there. You can see here we're on the button again. Great hand. We got an ace-king offsuit on the button. With this many players in, again, it's like shorthanded. But ace-king, if it hits, is going to be the best possible hand in this situation, unless somebody's sitting on aces or kings, which I don't think is likely. I really don't like being bullied, so I'm going to re-raise the dog. And the dog raises again, so the dog's got to have a pocket pair here. He's got to be hoping that we have two overcards and that he's going to get outdrawn. If that's the situation, instead of re-raising it, I'm just going to call and see what we get on the flop. And the dog put $2 into the pot. So either he has a made hand or he's worried about that queen. And he checks. So again, might be worried about the queen. We don't have a lot of money left. We're going to go all in and see if he'll get off the pot. And we got him. He didn't have anything. He just had king high. We had ace high, so we ended up getting him. Okay, we're back on the button with king jack. Last time we had this hand, it was real good to us. And dog, again, being aggressive. I'm just going to put a big raise in. And we ended up hitting the jack. I think we're ahead here. You see dog, again, a small bet. He puts in $2. I'm going to raise it to 48, which is the rest of his stack. He didn't have anything, and we just took all of his money again. Now, as I mentioned earlier, once you triple up, it's probably a good idea to get away from the table. We've got one good hand left here. We're out of position in the big blind. I'm going to play this last hand, we hit two pair, and we have a possible flush draw with some running hearts. After this hand, I'm probably going to get up from the table. But I mean, you can see here, just in a few short minutes, playing against some loose players, we're able to just pull in the chips as if we were to have a magic chip magnet over here or something. A dog's thinking about betting here. He does bet. Now I'm going to throw him for a loop. I'm going to raise it to 172 and see if he'll go all in. They both go all in. And we show down the two pair. And Pablo had a flush. That was nice for Pablo. We ended up taking down the side pot, which is pretty much all of dog's money. Dog went broke again. You've been able to see how you can take advantage and exploit the player to your left who decides to be real loose and decides to make a lot of bad calls and bad decisions, and how you can use that to your advantage, especially to cash game table, to turn a small buy-in, in this case $400 in play chips, into like $1,200, which is roughly a triple up. Once again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to join me here on YouTube. Keep in mind, we have more information about how to play profitable poker at masterholdempoker.com. This episode is brought to you by newagepoker.com, which you can find the link for at myspace.com/masterholdempoker, or by visiting our website masterholdempoker.com, and you'll see a link for New Age on our homepage. Once again, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Email me any of your questions or comments, and feel free to leave me some information about some other episodes we can come up with for you guys, and some other stuff we can get together and do. I hope you guys have a lot of fun, and I wish you great luck at the